Outside!
Outside!
Got it!
YouTube, what is up? We are back with another Swing Notebook series, and this was a fun one. We were in Mauston, Wisconsin this past weekend. Anybody that knows Mauston knows the beautiful complexes that they are. 4 big-ass fields. We got 380 feet to dead center, 330 to the lines, and 350 to 360-ish. It just depends on where you hit the gaps. They are monster fields. Unlimited home runs, just like everything you could hope for as a hitter, and this was a fun one. This was a really cool tournament to really test out the swing, test out the things we've been working on against a super high level of competition. We had Comatose here, you had S2ND team here, Fairline's team was here with a lot of pickups, and I'm trying to think of a couple. We had an Amish team that we played. Iconic from Corky's, really good teams here. It was really cool to really just see where we stand, and that was a cool test of our team and what we kind of brought our team out here to do. So it was kind of an awesome experience. It was really fun to get out there, and for me personally, it was really cool because the last time I was in Mauston, Wisconsin was 2 years ago, and it was like the first open tournament I've ever played in back then. It was very first one. I was playing on a D team with Run for Ryan, Fairline, my boys that I'm actually playing against in this first game picked me up to come play, and I cannot tell you how fucking nervous I was. Like I had the power back then, but really didn't have the competency in my swing, the confidence in my swing, and I was shaking in my boots playing against some of the teams that we're playing against now with a lot of confidence and no doubts. But back then, just a young D player that went 1 for 9. I think it was 1 for 9. I don't know, 1 for 8. It was 1 for something not very good. We went 0-2 at the tournament. It was a quick entry and a quick exit for a 3-hour drive, and the swing was just terrible. Like I wish I had the swings from that tournament back then. I wasn't recording anything then, and thank God for myself, just so I didn't have to watch it. But it was bad, and it was bad because I was nervous. It was bad because I wasn't ready, and it was really cool to have a little bit of a revenge tour on Mauston here and get after it and just see some of the hard work pay off, and not only the results, but just in my approach. And that's something that I really want to talk about in my approach at this tournament, my approach in what I'm working on, and watching the S2ND guys last weekend or 2 weekends ago really helped my approach. I missed last weekend. I got super swamped with work. We had Roll the Die last weekend. We were crushing the ball last weekend. I wish I had done a swing notebook on that one. I batted like 700 last weekend, so it wasn't like an amazing stat line, but it was a crazy win, and I felt really, really good about my approach last weekend and my entryway into the prep work that I did for that tournament and how I felt at the plate and just being a little bit more of a professional hitter. And I felt like I took that approach and really brought it into this weekend, and I was really happy with how we performed in a lot of at-bats. Again, not even a results thing, just in the process and my approach at the plate, and the process and the approach at the plate helped the results. We were 18 for 23, more outs than I would like. It was a 782 average, but I think I did get myself out a couple times. There were some swings that were good that I got myself out on, but sometimes I was pressing for a home run rather than just hitting a good ball. But 782 average, which led our team. I had 3 walks, 3 doubles, 7 home runs, which was pretty sweet at this tournament with how big these fences were. 1 triple, and again, just a good approach at the plate. So let's get into this tournament and kind of talk about some of the things that were happening. This was our first game. We got lined up against Fairline. Fairline won Corky's. Again, this is Fairline with a lot of subs and a lot of different people. So we can't say we beat Fairline, but a lot of my really good buddies, this is who I played with last weekend. This is Meyer at the plate, just a fucking absolute dog. He's gonna hate that I say this. He's never gonna listen or watch a softball video, but the way that he brings his team together is actually something that I really, really respect and really kind of like want to model my game after as a team leader and as a captain and as a catcher, like a catcher position. A catcher position needs to be the glue of the team, needs to be an energy, and needs to be a hitter, and he does a phenomenal job of doing that. At the plate, you got Nick Belega, one of our good buddies, and it was fun to be able to play these guys. So Dan's batting 1, I'm batting 2. Batting next to Dan is fucking awesome. Just like his energy and his approach to the game helps that he gets on a ton. I think he was batting like 700 during this entire tournament. I think he had 1 bad game in the last tournament, but the rest of the day he's just been ripping the ball. And just batting next to him just gives you so much confidence. And he starts the day off with just a bomb off. That's his first swing of the tournament. Just hits a home run over the 330-foot field. I was like, oh God, I'm never going to hear the end of this. He's going to talk so much shit to me if he beats me in home runs at this tournament. We were BPing together. I got that video coming out here on how to hit home runs, and we were working on it all week. It was cool just to see him. Very first swing. Let's actually watch the swing here. I'm going to cough here, so I'm going to cover the mic. As we slow this baby down. Hold up. Let's get this baby here. Let's see what he does. Dan has one of the prettiest swings you can see. He scissors that back leg. Tough angles on some of these. It gets better as I go, but there wasn't a very great recording spot here. So we will get better in looking at all the pitches and pitch selection. So we're going to talk a little bit more about approach as we start, but he hammers that ball. I wish we had a better angle at that. But I moved the camera to the side as we go forward. But that was sweet. Solo home run to start. So I BP'd with Billy Pearson. I have never been gassed. I've never been gassed out of BP before. I've never been taken to church in BP. And Billy took me to church, man. Like, he didn't stop. We BP'd, I think, for 5 hours straight, and then he hit 2 hefty coconuts at me for 5 hours straight. Like, it was a wild, wild experience how much endurance that man has. Learned a ton from hitting at him. We actually hit at these fields. That video is coming out here in this week, but it was cool to hit on these fields and get, like, the experience on these fields and understand what to do. But I woke up the next morning after the it was a legit 5-hour BP session. We probably hit 400 balls together. And I was sore as shit coming into this game. So I did not go into this first at-bat with a home run approach. And I think just for myself in general, going into an at-bat to start a tournament with I'm going to hit a home run rather than I'm going to hit a good ball, terrible. It will never work out for me. I just really don't think that's going to be a really good approach to just daddy hack out of my shoes. I think it's better for me to get going, hit a couple balls hard, hit a couple balls through the gap, and this is the gap that I'm kind of looking at. I don't know why this guy's playing so far over. I guess I've hit right center a couple times on him. Probably should have went more left center here, but honestly, I wasn't thinking super elevation here. I was thinking this gap, just because of how big it was, just to start the tournament off, feel a barrel, hit a barrel. Whole time during this week, I've been telling myself, watch pitches, have a professional approach, right? Taking time. When I stepped up to the plate, I asked for a verbal every single time this week and, like, took in the field. Where are the guys? What am I looking at? What are the spots? Just slowing the game down a little bit for myself, not being as rushed at the plate and trying to just get up there and, like, taking a good ball here that I'm not reaching for. At Corky's, this is a ball that I swung at. Like, it's not a terrible pitch. I can ride that to right field and hit a good ball, but, like, it's going to be a ball. Get yourself back into the game. Take a pitch, even if it is a strike, it's okay. Like, it's good approach here. Make them feed you something. Feeds you a better pitch over the middle right here. Throws a nice, better pitch. So if he's still trying to go that outside corner just a little bit, have me hit into that right center, but I'm thinking right into this spot here. Throws it a little bit more middle. I don't have to reek as much and hammer a ball right up and over. That is a win right there. Like, that is everything I wanted in that approach. And again, it starts, the result comes from the approach. The result is because I approached that at bat. I had visualized that at bat multiple times throughout the week. I had told myself what I need to do better at that at bat. And again, watching S2ND guys was a big thing about just having professional at bats, not reaching for balls, not getting myself out, but having a professional at bat, taking a verbal every single time. This one I was thinking, again, maybe a little bit more pull side just because of how far that guy is over right center. So I'm thinking left center on this one. So I'm loading up for that one. He pitches short, right? Taking my time here, making sure he pitches to me. He throws an outside pitch. Again, it's a way outside pitch on there. At this point, I'm thinking he's probably trying to make me reach, trying to get me out just a little bit. Nick and I know each other pretty good. We were on the same team last week, so he saw me mashing. He's just trying to make me reach. He's trying to get a tough strike. He's not trying to make me reach, I don't think, this early in the game. I haven't hammered the ball totally against him yet. I think he's just trying to get a tough strike as a pitcher, trying to get like an outside corner, trying to do something like that, and we take the walk there. Again, another good win, 2 for 2 to start the day. We will take that approach. I think this is the one where I kind of jacked up. Got a little bit early here, thinking left center here on this one. I don't know why I go so middle on this one when I'm thinking left center. It's a good inside pitch, probably just not turning enough on the ball, but I like this hit here. I like that swing, and he makes a little toe grabber catch there. The one thing I was feeling was a little bit of a laggy barrel, and I'll kind of talk about how I went to fix that in between a couple of these games. We had 2 back-to-back games, but I was feeling my barrel lag just because I was a little bit sore. It was early in the morning. It was like a little bit of a stiffer back, and I think that's why this ball curves back to him. But that was a well-hammered, well-barreled ball. Swung at the first pitch because it was a good pitch and I was feeling good about myself. But that's the first out of the tournament he catches at the ground. Probably wasn't my best approach, but I think that was more so the lagging barrel than anything else that I really did with myself there. This is one I am not trying to do. I'm trying to hammer this spot. I am not trying to hammer Nick here at all. Again, not really feeling the home run juice in this first game. That starts to heat up as we go, as we're hitting barrels. And again, every barrel has been hit right here. I am not trying to hit this ball at Nick. I kind of felt like a dick at this one. I apologize to him. I get it's part of a game, but I'm not. I mean, especially on an unlimited home run tournament, this is not what I'm trying to do. I barrel this ball. This ball felt really, really good. Trying to go more in this spot, trying to get that ball down a little bit more because I felt that last one get up and over rather than hammered. So that was kind of the thought process again, feeling that laggy barrel, get those hands a little bit more through the ball, but we miss it just a tiny bit and we get a little bit too close to the pitcher there, but we do hammer that ball. That's a good win on most days, just not the approach there. Billy Pearson is the fucking man. We PP'd with him again for like 4 hours a day before. He took my phone before this game. We got to give him a little shout out here. Let him talk to the camera.
To me now, Yeah, so here's what we got. Got a little slow pitch softball going on here at Mauston, Wisconsin. Here he is. Here he is right here. We got should be a decent game here, but if y'all want to catch more of the dumb shit I do, it's Wild Bill 52 on the TikTok and Billy Pearson on the Facebook. You know, I like to have fun. So does my man over here. Let me put you back in his little tripod here.
just one of the nicest human beings of all time, and we got the chance to play his team. He was playing for, not his team, but he was playing for S2N. Only reason, I hope he doesn't care about this, but the only reason I'm showing this out from him that he hits at Sammy, couple reasons, I guess. Sammy told me before the game, I want Billy to hit a ball as hard as possible at me on the ground so that I can see what a conference level swing. And like, dude, you'll see in that BP video, Billy has some juice, man. Obviously, everybody knows that, but like his juice is juice. He smokes the ball, man. He does not miss barrels, and he hits the ball hard. But Sammy was asking, he's like, I want him to hit the ball as hard as possible at me so I can see a conference level cut. And he does it, man. Like, he smokes the ball at Sammy. Sammy makes a great play on the ball. Obviously not the spot that Billy wants to go there. But the other reason I want to show this play, it's a double play out of a conference player, right? All the pressure in the world to hit every ball perfect and do everything perfect. And the only reason I wanted to show this is not to show Billy getting out. It's to show everybody gets out. I just think especially younger players and like C-level players specifically, B-level, like D-level players, you see it all the time. People are so scared to get out. People are like so in their heads about getting out. They only see highlights of people. Everybody gets out, man. I'm going to make a post on this, but every single player gets out, whether they post it or not for their social media, whether they talk about it or not. Like, everybody gets out. Nobody bats 1,000. Kyle Pearson gets out. When you watch these conference games, you see these guys get out. You see these guys miss the ball. Billy doesn't miss this ball. Billy smokes this ball. He misses a spot that he wants to hit it. He wants to hit this left center 500 feet over the fence, obviously. But, like, people miss barrels. People pop up the ball. People hit into double plays. The best people in the world do it. You are going to do it too. And I just think, obviously, you want to do it less. You want to grow as a player. It's not just accepting, oh, I'm going to get out, whatever. Like, it doesn't even matter. It's more so in the sense of just like allowing yourself to relax when you do get out and just realize, what do I have to do? And like, Billy is super cool and great to talk about, what did I do wrong on that swing? Like, what did I do? And he, like, even in between at bats, he would come up to me and talk to me about, hey, I messed that up on this last swing. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go mix this up. And it's just a high-level way to look at your swing rather than the typical, I get into those states, and I'm really working on getting out of those states of, oh, I suck. Oh, I'm just not on to it. Like, that's not the case. You're doing something wrong mechanically, especially if you have a swing that you know can produce, and you're just doing something simply wrong. Like, maybe too much on top of the ball, maybe too much underneath the ball, but you can change it when it's something technically wrong, and you can't change it when you just say, I'm off today, it's not going to work, right? And I think that's the biggest difference between a mediocre hitter and a really good hitter is those small adjustments in between your at-bats, whether it's a good at-bat or not, and just the feedback you're understanding and you're learning about your swing as you're going forward within a game, not within days, not within weekends. It's just trying to eliminate more of those inconsistencies, and you do that by what did I do wrong? Analyzing the swing, not in the sense of being like over analytical about the swing, because people can get into those, I need my elbow here, I need my hand here, just the small things of what can I change, how can I change my approach, what's working today, and being confident in those things, right? I think Sammy just makes a disgusting play on this. Like, he's different, man. Our shortstop, our infield is different, but Sammy is different, man. If I should stop showing him, but he's going to play a high-level ball one day. Like, he makes some disgusting plays on the regular. He hits a little janitor throw here to get the out. This was kind of sick. I just love making plays at catcher. Sammy just puts a perfect throw. I need to stop talking shit. I'm trying to get my team hyped. I'm not trying to talk shit to them. I really like the S2N guys. They've been fun in a class act to play against, and I've learned a ton from them. I just try to get my team hyped. That's all I'm trying to do there. This one was funny. Dan thinks he pimps this ball. I just had to show him. He's walking this ball off. And he's like, oh, fuck. He hits the fence and has to go. Just shows you the depth of these fields. They were pretty deep. You could stroke a ball and it wouldn't go. Like, you had to get these balls out of there. So this is my first at-bat of the day. S2N again. Thinking it's a good pitcher, trying to make me reach. Let's just see what he has here, right? So he's throwing a little outside corner strike. Like, that's probably not a swing I necessarily want to take all the time anyways, right? Like, that's a good pitch. Yeah, let's see. I mean, yeah, that's probably a strike, right? Like, outside corner, that's just a great pitch. One thing Tyler Irvine taught me and like told me, and I'm really trying to get into the approach of, is don't swing at the pitcher's best pitch. They're going to have a nasty one in there. Maybe it's a good knuckleball. Maybe it's an outside corner. Don't give them that if you have a strike to give, right? Like, there's certain situations, maybe if you want to hit a line or you want to do something with that pitch, sure. But for the most part, like, play the law of averages and make him pitch to you again. If he has another nasty pitch, obviously you have to swing. That's a little bit of a different story. But play the law of averages. Don't get yourself out on a nasty pitch. Make them throw that nasty pitch again. And a lot of times they won't. A lot of times they'll mess it up. So like this one, he throws much more over the plate. I'm not reaching as much. I'm thinking left center here. So I was thinking about hammering this ball now. And honestly, a one-strike approach is nice for me because I really go into, all right, just fucking hit a ball hard through the middle spots, either a gap or an infield middle spot. And I feel like I'm much more aggressive with a one-strike I think that was a really good approach on this swing. We got that ball out there to the fence. A little lifty with that swing, a little dippy on that swing, but again, I'm thinking drive. I'm not thinking anything else about the swing or trying to be special with a strike on me. I simplify the game and just try to destroy the ball in there. This one, the umpire was not saying illegal. He just also throws his arm up super late there too. But I was seeing this high pitch good, and I felt like I could cut this high pitch real well. So, like, I think I'm going to swing at this pitch regardless just because I do tend to like the high pitch. I dip way less. I get myself in trouble way less. I stay on plane much better. You can't really see where this ball goes, but it's a really nice cut ball through the middle. Again, obviously in an unlimited home run tournament, you probably want to be a little bit more gap or gone. But the thing I learned with Billy in the BP session before is just hit the ball hard, hit the ball good. Don't try to lift. Don't try to go for the home run because you have to smoke these balls to get it out of 380 feet. It was 80 degrees with ASA balls. Like, you have to hit the ball hard to get it over the fence, and your miss when you try to do that is going to get you in trouble. Your miss is going to be the pop fly, and we saw it all day on our team, and we saw it all day on other teams of guys purposely trying to lift the ball rather than hit a ball hard and getting themselves out, where you can just hammer the ball, go with the pitch, and if it goes, it goes. Otherwise, you're just hitting a really hard ball and getting on base for the next guy, and you're saving yourself for the next at-bat, getting hotter for the next at-bat, feeling the barrel for the next at-bat, and next time he gives you a good pitch, you do the same thing, right? So we're 2 for 2 on this guy. Thinking he's probably trying to make me reach again now that we're a little bit hotter. We were hot in the first game. He's probably trying to throw some nasty cheese, trying to make me reach. Again, I'm thinking about all these things in my head before my at-bat. So, okay, we have 2-0, thinking he might be trying to walk me here, but he's probably just going to throw a good strike here just to get that strike. Yep. So now we have a full count. I call for another verbal. reset, think we're going to hammer a ball into the gaps. The gap that looks fucking massive right now is this right center gap that no middle guy is in. Like this, the center fielder is playing true center because I hammered a ball to left center, which is nice. Like you pull those guys over, but this gap is free money. I'm trying to hit a ball hard as possible through this gap if he gives me a good pitch, and he does. So like, we hammer this one, and this one is a little lifty, but we're just swinging hard. Look, I mean, that front foot, this is something that I have been loving. Look at us not bleed out. We are working through our body. Look at that, man. That is so much growth. And like we miss it just a little bit underneath, but we're working through our body that we can hammer that ball. And we go straight. I mean, like that's pretty close to dead ass center. I hit one actually true over dead center, but that ball, I mean, that's a 370 to 380 foot fence right there that we just hammered over that right center spot and got it over. So that was pretty sweet. That was the first home run of the day. Another good approach that I really, really enjoyed. At this point, I'm kind of just feeling myself, to be honest. Gives me a good pitch here, trying to hammer this right center a gap again because they left it open again. A little lifty on that one, but I was feeling it good, man. I was feeling it really good, and that's why like this is more of a home run approach that we went up there with. I'm going to look at this front foot just to see if we're working through this one. The last one went higher, but this one I was kind of more sure was a home run, but I think it's because I hit that first one. But yeah, we're working good through that backside. We're scissoring even a little bit. We're not bleeding out, and we sent that ball to Narnia, baby. I don't know what you're jumping for, baby. That's 20 feet over. I don't know if it was 20 feet over, but happy with that one. So ended the S2N game. We lost by like a couple runs. Our team struggled to hit, for sure. Our defense was unbelievable, but like the most runs we scored on the weekend, I think, was 12 to 13-ish runs on the weekend, so not a high-score weekend, but we were keeping teams to low-scoring games too. So like, I think that was like an 11-9 ball game or a 10-9 ball game that we ended up losing to S2N, which is a really good team. Went 4 for 4 against them. I was 3 for 4 against them in Corkies with my out being an HRO. So feeling good against those guys. It's cool to play that good competition and actually perform. Now we got the Amish team. They got the Owls. They had a couple Amish guys on their team. This is my first Amish team that we played. Amish pitcher here, I believe, young guy. We've seen him struggle in warm-ups, honestly. So struggled with Dan. I think Dan might have walked, or maybe Dan got a good hit, something like that. But I was seeing him struggle in warm-ups, seeing him struggle kind of now, and we will take that free batting average all day. I told him that. I'm like, help the batting average, man. Get me on base. That's perfect. So we're feeling good there. This one, yes. So this is the one that I was happy with. We worked on this swing all week long. This inside pitch, this is one I've been talking with Woody about and a lot of guys about in BP, where I feel like I can pull a inside pitch that's probably a ball. Like I think that's a ball. Pretty sure it's a ball. Otherwise, it's inside half of the plate. But it looks like a ball, whether it goes flat or lands short or lands whatever. I've been loving this pitch. I've been staying on this pitch really good. I've been working on it in league. I've strictly pulled the ball for 2 weeks in a row in league just to work on this swing because it's something I didn't feel super confident in. I had been hammering the ball to right center traditionally this year, and I just wanted to hammer this swing, and it's been working really good. Last week it was my main swing, and I was like, I'm going to go into the approach with pulling this ball on this one, and then he feeds me an inside ball that we smashed this ball. It goes off the full foul post. We pulled it down the line right there. We're lifting a little bit much here for what I've been working on with this swing. I've been cutting this swing really good, and it's been staying in. But this one, again, unlimited home runs. I'm trying to hammer this ball into the air a little bit. So a little bit of lift, but we've been cutting that ball. I create space. But the big thing that's been helping me is this baby leg kick. You'll see it. I do it on all of my good pull swings. It keeps me back longer rather than flying open, and I can work through that front side, and you can hear it here. Ding! Smoked it. Let's go. That was sweet. Good little Sally out there. That one felt good. These guys were talking a little bit of shit. I liked them, but they were feisty and they were talking a little bit of shit. Oh, this is a good one here. So this guy gets struck out on this pitch. They were complaining about flat pitches all day. I mean, Tom's 6 feet tall. This umpire's probably 6'2". I'm 6 feet tall. This is definitely a 6 foot pitch. He gets rung up there and then gets tossed out of the game. That was funny. We had to show that highlight there. You got absolutely dotted there, rung up on that one. So what did I do here? So I've hit a home run. He's walked me. Throws this pitch. I did not love this pitch being called a strike. Maybe it is. It felt really deep and on the hands. It's not, I mean, that box is like an outside corner, so it's even longer than the outside of the plate. If you can see that, it's like halfway through. It's ending on the outside ounce of that line right there. I think this is a ball. I really do. But again, even if it's not a ball, even that's a strike, that's not a pitch I want to live and die off of with a pitcher that's been struggling to pitch. And when he does pitch, he throws me a pitch that I want, right? So I'm going to make him earn it, right? Like I'm going to make him earn this pitch. So I don't know what this catcher's trying to tell him to throw a curveball or something like that. Do you want me to take him to Narnia? There was a weird one here. This one. Also, bases are juiced here with 2 outs, right? So there is a little bit of pressure in this situation, and it's a 5-3 ball game right now. So this one is a little bit nerve-wracking with a strike on you, but I do want to hammer this ball out of here. But he pump fakes me here. That's a straight-up pump fake that the umpire does not call. He apologizes after because he says he sees it. But mid-at-bat, I said, pump fake? I said pump fake, and he doesn't say anything, doesn't say illegal, and I think that's going to land in the outside corner. And I'm like, if he doesn't say anything, so like I'm pretty delayed on this one. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to have to swing. So not like necessarily the spot or the approach I'd want to go because I'd like to hammer this ball into a gap and go for a home run with bases juiced, but not really like swing for it, but hammer it a little bit more. Again, hitting balls hard, especially with bases juiced in good home run situations where the pitcher is going to make you work for it. And a base hit scores as many runs as the home run, or like you save a home run and you can get a good base hit, but you need to score some runs there. I think so many guys with people on in a 2-out situation try to hit the home run, and there's situations for that, but I think they get themselves out way too often with 2 outs when you can just score some runs. So we hammer that ball on that pump fake pitch, get it down in there. That ball felt really good on that one. Score 2 runs there with 2 outs, make it a 7-3 ball game. Was happy with that one. This was a cool at-bat. So that's what it was. Okay, so I'm going to go over that last at-bat just a little bit more. Dan walked in front of me to make bases juiced. He throws that first pitch. Umpire calls it a strike. I wasn't swinging at the first pitch because Dan got walked in front of me. I didn't want to make the pitcher's life easier. He has bases juiced with a guy that has already hit a home run off of him. There's 2 outs. It's a game they are losing. They're later in the game. He's nervous. He walked Dan to first base. Now he's at me, right? Like that's a tough spot to be in as a pitcher, to be like, oh fuck, the home run, I walked into the home run hitter against the guy that smoked one off of me, right? And they watched the game before where I smoked 2 balls, right? So like all these, like I'm thinking about all these small things. I know they're stupid, but honestly, thinking about these small things has helped my game more than any of the, I mean, not any of the big stuff that I've done, but it's improved my game a ton of what is the pitcher thinking about. So he throws that first pitch. I think the umpire calls it a strike because he walked Dan the at-bat before. This umpire that just like he wants people to swing. He's had a good strike zone all day. Again, that's not an egregious strike by any means. We saw some egregious strikes. That wasn't an egregious strike by any means. That's why I think it was called a strike. A little bit of I'm not walking in a run in a close ball game and making these guys not swing the bats. But that's why I didn't go up there with an approach of swinging it either. I was going to force him to get a strike on me before I hit the ball, and I was feeling confident. So those are all the small little things that go into at bats that I think really, really do make a difference, and why I think that one ended up being a strike when I think it was a ball. But now he walks Dan again in front of me. And what do we have here? It's like an 8-5 ball game, so even closer, top of 7. He walks Dan, but now I'm thinking, okay, last time he walked somebody, he threw a strike. And he's like, so now he's not a pitcher that is thinking in the sense of, oh, I walk somebody, but I'm still confident in my abilities to get a strike when I need to, or so I'm going to try and pitch some tough ones, you know what I mean? So now I'm thinking, okay, he's a pitcher that when he walks somebody, he wants to throw a strike because he feels like he's struggling or because he feels like he's walking people. So he doesn't have, I don't want to say the best approach, but I think that's a younger person approach. He's a little bit nervous. So I'm like, he's going to throw a cookie here because he doesn't think I'm going to swing because I didn't swing last time, because he feels pressured of like walking people in this close game. He's struggling feeling as a pitcher already. He's walked a bunch of people. So he's going to throw a cookie here. I'm going to hammer this ball, right? So, like, those are all the small things, man. There's a lot of times where you go up, your guy got walked before you. You do not want to swing because you want to see what that pitcher does, and you want to make that pitcher earn it. And now, like, I start to understand the game a little bit more of thinking, what is he going to do here? How would I approach this as a pitcher? What do I feel like he's going to do? And how can I judge my approach off of that? So I'm like, he's going to throw me a good ball here. I'm going to hammer the shit out of this right away. So, like, I load up and I'm ready for this ball. And this is like one of the hardest hit balls I had all day. Like, this ball was absolutely hammered. A little bit outside again. So maybe he's not throwing a, like, beautiful strike, but he's throwing a hittable ball. And I went in with that was the most confident approach I had at the plate all day, where I knew I was just going to smash that ball. And again, all those small things go into there, and we got a triple off of that ball in a really close game to score Dan, end up scoring me, and that gets us to like a 10-5 ball game at the end, in the top of the 7th. And that was a really fun game. So again, I'm being a geek about this, but I think anybody that watches these videos is also a geek about this. This play by Dan, absolutely disgusting. We're playing Fairline again. So we won. We lost S2N, got put in the loser's bracket, had to beat the Owls in the loser's bracket, and then we won our way back to Fairline, who had won a bunch of games in the loser's bracket. They were like 4 games in a row, so they were a little gassed. But Dan, dude, this play is unbelievable. He's diving in the outfield, full square dive. Like, this is game 4 in 80-degree weather. Everybody's gassed. He's playing a 380-foot outfield. He's made multiple, like, gap-saving plays. All the outfielders are completely shot, and he makes that play. Just disgusting. I just had to shout that one out. I had to shout out this. This is D. He's the only other guy other than Dan and I. Dan hit a home run on his first one and then didn't hit a home run the rest of the time. But he had great swings the entire time. He was finding his approach. I should talk about that. But then Derek also joined us in the home run club, and he smokes one over there. He was the only guy to also do it on our team, so I had to shout him out here. This one. Oh my God, this one frustrated the shit out of me. Nick Nasty pitches me a cookie here. I was thinking pull this ball the entire time, but this is like almost a league night swing where I'm like trying to not work on something, but I'm trying to do something cool. I was trying to the whole approach was, I'm going to hammer this ball. I'm going to cut this ball into the fence on the left field line. I'm going to pull the shit out of this one. My pull side swing's feeling really good. It's like a league approach, man. It's not like a professional approach of I'm going to win this at bat. It was, I'm going to do something cool with this ball. And it's just stupid, man. That frustrates me. Like, half the time they don't go right because that's a BP swing. That's something where you're trying to do something cool and you just get a little antsy. You overcut the ball into the ground right at the third baseman and you get yourself out. That was a stupid approach. It was kind of a fun, like, little psychological thing I was realizing there. I was like, oh, you're trying to do something with that at-bats and trying to do something cool with the ball rather than just win the at-bat. Like, this isn't league. So then went in with a little bit of a better approach the second time. Took this ball here. They're playing right center here, but I think Nick gets us. I think this is the one. No. He just throws one deep, and I'm feeling good hammering this ball right here. Boom. I like that pitch for some reason. I probably should have went front side middle, but honestly, so whenever I think like this front side middle, this is when they leave this spot open leave either spot open for me. Try. Like, we're going to get on base. We're going to find a way. But for some reason last weekend when they left this front side middle open on, I really got the approach of like a high hand, like hammer cut approach through it that was feeling really good. And every time I hit that swing, I hammered the ball and like cut it really good. And I'm trying to do that on this one, and he throws a little outside, and instead of trying to force it through that front side gap, which I do sometimes, isn't the worst thing, especially when you're not going for home runs. But when you have unlimited home runs, I'm thinking hit that ball through that front side middle. I'm swinging hard with that approach, and then I see the outside pitch, and I'm just going to go with it and allow myself to hammer it. And that's why that swing worked, man. Like, that wasn't the right spot to hit it on. I'm literally hitting it right at the right center guy. He also makes a pretty cool play over like this 360-foot fence, but we hit that right. Dang, that was pretty close. But like, that was that approach there, and we got that ball over the fence because we allowed ourselves to go with it. We didn't force it. And these aren't just like post hoc things. These are actually things I'm thinking about in the game and doing it. I will tell you all the approaches that are not good and are bad as well. I'm not trying to make these things up as we go. I'm trying to actually tell you where my head is at in this game. But we hammered a home run, thinking Nick, again, is trying to make me reach for something after we hammered that home run in a close game. They're leaving this front side middle spot open. This guy is all the way in right center. This guy is playing way off the line, so probably a little bit more line, but I'm thinking more so hammer a ball into this spot right here because that swing has been feeling super, super good for me. I thought I pimped that ball, to be honest. I really thought I hit that ball harder than the one to right center. And like the exit phelo and the feel off of this bat felt really, really good. But we are cutting the ball nice and getting underneath it, lifting it into the spots. Again, if we were trying to keep it a little bit more down, I'd be a little bit more on top of that ball. But we get a double and score a couple runs there on that approach. And then, yeah, this one is dead center, man. I'm just feeling myself at this point. I'm thinking the same exact approach as last time. They're leaving this spot open. I'm going to hit this ball as hard as possible into this spot. That's literally all I'm thinking on this. Whenever I see this spot open, if I can hit the ball as hard as possible through that spot, and it just depends where I hit it, and I feel really confident about the vision on that spot, I'm just going to let it bleed, man. And we smoked that ball over dead center. That's probably a 400-foot shot. Like, that was a great swing. That one felt really, really good. Now we got the iconic boys. These guys are good, man. They crushed us at Corky's. Unfortunately, they lost 2 guys on Saturday night. One in our game. He tripped over first base. Was super slippery first base. Blew out his shoulder. So they had played with 9 on Saturday and lost to that Amish team who won their way back in. But I think this isn't anything against those other teams. I think Iconic is one of the most talented teams there. I think they're significantly more talented than the Amish team that beat them with 9. But this team is good. I hit them real good at Corky's. I was hammering the ball against them at Corky's. Dan got out on this at bat, and I'm a little bit tired, fatigued for sure. Going into this game, we had played 3 in a row. The heat was getting to me a little bit, and I was feeling it this game. Didn't have the best mental approach on this at bat. This is the one that I just didn't feel super good about. Dan got out. I don't know why that matters in a non-home run tournament. I don't know why. I think a lot of it had just to do with the fatigue and just being rushed into another game. And I get myself out here, man. That pitch drops. I didn't just have a good, I'm going to hammer this ball into a certain spot. I felt really relaxed the game before. This game I was thinking just a little bit too much about the people and the spots and who should I hit it at, who shouldn't I hit it at, that type of thing. Just stupid. This was a bad approach. Decent hammer love, but even if this ball goes over the fence or into a gap, this was a bad approach. That's what I mean by not being post hoc with it. I still hit this ball hard just because I'm hot that day, but if I'm not hot that day, this ball goes nowhere. That, it was just a bad mental approach. You can tell I'm dipping a little bit more. I'm not as sure in that swing. It was also a good pitch. This pitcher was nice with it. He threw a little curveball that was dropping in. I could see it drop in, and I waited too long on it. Got it too much up in the air and get it out to start the game. So we get 2 outs to start the game, which is not the way you want your leadoff to start it. This at bat, the catcher tells him, be smart. Because we're losing 1-4 in the 4th inning. This is the lowest scoring game. So the catcher tells him, be smart. Don't throw me a strike. Don't throw him anything close because he's the only guy right now that can tie this game up with 2 guys on. So he's telling him, be smart. I'm listening into this. I'm okay. If anything close is here, I need to send this ball over the fence. Maybe that's not the best approach. Maybe that's a little bit of an ego approach of if you're gonna try and pitch around me. But honestly, it really helped on this swing. The confidence that gave me in this swing of anything close, I'm hammering, which again, probably isn't a great thing to be thinking when those pitchers are trying to get you to swing at things that you shouldn't swing at. But for some reason, I really liked that one. I thought about tying the game in this situation, being the guy that could with a team that's struggling just a little bit, and just hammer this ball. Wasn't the best swing, wasn't the best pitch selection. But again, the inside approach, I was thinking I'm going to pull this ball down the line. I get a decent leg click here, but I see how much I drift just a little bit more. And part of that's because that ball's a little bit more inside, but I'm a little late on everything. I don't get around as much. I don't hammer this ball as hard as I would like, but we still get it over the fence and tie this game up, which is a big swing. So that was a big win, but 1 for 2 in this game. Then the pitcher tells me, I saw my last pitch of the game. He's you just ruined your shot at seeing another pitch this game. I'm going to pitch around you, after the catcher told him not to pitch to me the at-bat before, which is weird because he got me out the first at-bat, but I guess he's just going off Corky's and how we were hammering it there. But Now I'm thinking in my head, again, just another bad approach. I think a little bit of fatigue comes into play where I'm not focused as much. We're struggling to hit a little bit, so I'm pressing to try and score some runs. But I'm also going in there with not as sharp of a focus because he said that's the last ball you're going to see. So I'm going up there with the thought process of I'm going to walk this at bat, especially with his first two pitches. I'm like, he's just going to make me swing at something stupid. And like the at bat before was like the guy's going to throw a strike on the third one and then try to make me do something with the last one, which I think is the best thing of all time. Like, why just throw 3 shitty pitches when you can throw 1 unless you think the guy's going to go 2-0, which I get there's definitely situations there. So maybe just don't want to give him anything. It's really not worth the risk. But this is one where I was like, just didn't have that approach at all. Wasn't thinking he was going to throw a strike at all. Relaxed. I just relaxed too much. And then he actually throws a strike. I mean, also, like, I'm not swinging at that ball regardless. Like, that's a deep ass pitch on the outside corner. Like, regardless, that's not a great pitch. That's like a pitch the umpires call. If that's the first pitch of the at-bat, they're not calling a strike on that. If that's the pitch to keep somebody from walking, they call a strike on it, which I just don't. I don't like that thought process as an umpire. I think you should just call it straight up. That's not why I got out here. It's just another thing of like what I would have done in that situation if the focus was even better. Not swinging at that ball. That's not a good ball anyways. But now I'm like, oh, fuck, he had a strike on me. I got to hurry. One thing he does a nice job of, and I hope he doesn't watch these videos, but I mean, he's not going to change. It's just a good approach as a pitcher. I call for a verbal. He's just sitting there ready. So as soon as the verbal sign goes down, he can pitch. Not a lot of pitchers do this, and it's a good tactic because the whole time I'm trying to get myself reset into my approach, keeping the verbal, not trying to like waste time or do anything weird like that, but keep the approach, be nice and patient there, reset, see my spots, take time basically, like give myself time to reset. And he's ready, man. So now I'm thinking, oh, fuck. As soon as I say no verbal, he's going to pitch the ball, which he does, and I have to be ready. Honestly worked on me. That psychological trick worked on me a little bit, something I got to work on. Now that I know this guy does it, I can be more aware. It's just the first pitcher I've seen actually like attack in this at-bat and attack in the approach like he did. And I rushed things just a little bit. Missed this ball. Trying to hit a home run here a little bit, pressing a little bit because of that, because I didn't have a good approach going in, not thinking about hammering this ball here, thinking about pulling it a little bit too much over the short field of the fence because I felt a little tired and didn't want to hammer one into the fast outfield and miss it just a tiny bit. Like, again, I think that's probably a strike if he's going to call the first one a strike, but we lift that ball instead of drive that ball. And that's a process or result thing too, where that could have went over the fence. It went right on the fence. He jumps and catches it right on the fence. Would have been a solo shot because Dan hit it inside to Parker, the at-bat before, which also like messed up the at-bat just because like you're so hyped about the inside to Parker, you don't go in with the same mindset. Those like just small things, right? Like it's just a change of pace in the game, and the pitcher rushed me a little bit on my approach, and that was cool. I like that side of the game. It's the geeky side of the game, and it's things I can grow on. It's why we do these Swing Notebook series. But the last game we didn't get recorded on Sunday. We lost to Fairline after beating them twice, and we lost to them in the C shootout. After we lost this iconic game, and it was just downpouring. It was torrential downpour in that game. It was gross out, but it was fun to play in the turf fields in the rain. I had it fun. But we played Fairline again. I was 3 for 4 in that game. I hit a home run to start. I hit a triple off of the fence in the second at-bat. Nick walked me in my third at-bat in a similar approach of he walked me in my third at-bat, so I wasn't as set for my fourth at-bat because I had hit a home run, hit a triple off the fence, 2 really great swings. After hitting off them really well earlier in the day as well, I hit him over the fence twice in that one game. So I have 4 home runs or 3 home runs on him at this point in a close game. In that fourth at-bat, thinking he's probably not going to pitch to me, he gets a strike that was he probably wasn't trying to pitch to me. He was probably trying to make me reach again, but gets a strike on one like that, and then a little bit rushed in my second at-bat. Hammer the ball in a good swing at the middle guy, but it just wasn't the elevation I would have liked. But that was a decent swing on that one, and that was the last out of the tournament. But that's how we ended up. 7 home runs, 782 average, and lots of things to grow on. This was a long video, but hopefully there was good stuff in there. Geeking out about this side of things. And we got Zimmerman next weekend, which is an unlimited home run tournament again with the wristband, and then we got to get back focused on cutting the ball. But we have the Billy Pearson video dropping this week. We have a video with Dan on how to hit home runs dropping this week, and we're going to film a bunch more stuff as we go forward. But I appreciate you guys watching these videos. Appreciate you guys supporting the channel. This is stuff I geek out on. If you have any questions or any comments on my approach or things and ways in which you think I can grow my game or that could help you grow your game because we cover it, just let me know. like the video, subscribe to the video, but honestly, comments are my favorite thing because I want this stuff to be interactive, and hopefully you guys are getting something out of these videos. So appreciate you guys watching. Just keep swinging. Just keep swinging. You should know your own tagline, dude. All right, see you boys. Let's go.